Hej, siemano wam wszystkim ludzie, z tej strony Arturo, witam was na swoim kanale i kontynuujemy The Book on Unwritten Tales. Moi drodzy, znajdujemy się w warsztacie Gullivera. Musimy naprawić jego maszynę, a dokładnie przywrócić zasilanie. Udało mi się zabrać w poprzednim odcinku kilka składników. Mamy między innymi w pełni funkcjonalne koło wodne i obstawiam, że to koło wodne musimy umieścić tutaj pod tym kurkiem, z którego leci woda, aczkolwiek w żaden sposób nie mogę tego złożyć. Mam kilka elementów, które próbuję z tym połączyć i nic się nie dzieje, więc albo czegoś jeszcze nie mam i nie mogę dlatego tego złożyć w jedną całość, albo po prostu robię coś źle.
If I disturb him for no reason, he'll make even less progress. Best if I just let him get on with it.
Niestety z Gulliverem porozmawiać nie mogę. Rozejrzyjmy się zatem po jego pracowni. Może są tu jeszcze gdzieś jakieś elementy, które będę mógł podnieść, a po prostu nie wpadły mi w oko. Mógłbym też kliknąć spację i podświetlić sobie wszystkie punkty interaktywne, ale jak sami wiecie, nie lubię tego robić. Wolę samemu wszystko znaleźć. Po prostu przelecę po tym wszystkim, co tutaj mamy. Zegar z kukułką, ale żeby otworzyć zegar z kukułką, potrzebuję kluczyka, tak?
The clock isn't ticking. Presumably it can be wound through the little hexagonal hole in the dial if you have the right key.
My takowego kluczyka nie posiadamy. Spójrz na rolkę taśmy.
I've never seen tape that wasn't useful for something.
Okej. Czyli jednak, coś tutaj było, czego nie wziąłem wcześniej. Mamy taśmę klejącą. Może tą taśmę muszę połączyć z kołem.
I attached some double-sided tape to both the outside and the inside. Two are better than one.
O właśnie.
I'm not quite sure why, but I glued the fur onto the inside of the wheel. Okay, I'll put the balloon in the middle.
Spójrz na kółko dla chomika. Tego z tym połączyć nie mogę.
Hey, a water wheel. Not bad, but it still needs a few blades. I'll just ask Ethel for a few more potions of stew.
Trochę później.
Thanks. If I eat another thing, I'll explode. 8 bowls on the hamster wheel. That should do.
Czyli mamy domowej roboty koło wodne. Świetnie. Mamy też jakieś deski. Dobra, zatem chodźmy z powrotem do warsztatu Gullivera i zobaczmy, czy to koło wodne będę mógł umieścić pod kurkiem. Mam nadzieję, że przywróci to zasilanie.
And this is the moment of truth. No problem, if you know your way around gnome physics.
No i elegancko.
My first gnome-style gnome-made generator. My parents would be so proud of me.
Ale od razu zrobiło się tutaj jaśniej, więc być może jeszcze jakieś przedmioty będę w stanie teraz dostrzec.
Hi, Gulliver.
Hello, Wilbur.
Ale strasznie mnie to zakłóca. Znowu mamy elektryczność.
I am the master of electricity.
Excuse me?
We've got electricity again.
Really? Looking good. We're back in business. As soon as we've solved the other problem, we can finish off the batch.
There's another problem?
Bill changed his order 2 days ago. The new slates have to be fluffy and pink instead of black.
Fluffy and... So what now?
According to Bill, it's the law. Esther is already looking for a solution. Please go and ask her how she's getting on.
Okay, but once we've solved the problem, can we get out of here?
Of course. As soon as we have a solution, the batch will be ready in 2 or 3 weeks.
2 do co?
What?
If all goes well, I can manage 3 slates a day. 4 if I put in a night shift. A couple are pretty much finished. Bill wants 80.
I want out of here, and I don't want to wait another 3 weeks.
You can't always get what you want. Perhaps you can help me cutting the rock later. That might save 2 days.
But,
Teoretycznie bym powiedział, że spróbujmy użyć magii, ale zapomniałem, że my nie mamy już różdżki. Więc, no, w tym temacie mu nie pomożemy.
that thing looks magical to me. I don't want anything to do with it.
Dobra, musimy porozmawiać z jego żoną.
Hi, you must be Esther.
Yoo-hoo!
Hi, Nate. I'm sorry if I scared you earlier.
Pomagam Gulliverowi przy produkcji tabliczek, jak idzie praca nad puchatymi pokrowcami.
Gulliver's promised to take me to the surface with you if I help you with the delivery. He said you're making the fluffy pink covers for the slates.
Oh, I'm not ready yet. And it's not a cover. I'm trying to mix a fluffy paint.
A fluffy paint?
Yes. There are hardly any fluffy materials or furs down here. But old paint and chemicals are here in abundance.
I've never heard of fluffy paint.
Well, there are warm colours, cold colours, neon colours. Why shouldn't there also be fluffy colours?
Ciekawe. Może powinnaś skupić się na pokrowcach albo na czymś w tym rodzaju.
I'm not sure if a fluffy paint is the right way.
It's the only way. We have to work with what we've got. I'm sure that a good alchemist could find the correct mixture.
Ah, I know someone who's good at alchemy.
Really? Would he help us?
I don't think so. She's actually the cook in the rats camp.
Oh, the same old story.
Dlaczego tak się nie lubicie? Mam na myśli zombie i szczury, a nie konkretnie ciebie.
The rats are lovely, and you folks are easy to get along with too. Why don't you like each other?
Oh, it all went a bit badly wrong. We had had a long journey. We lay down in the rubbish to have a bit of a rest. At some point, I woke up and saw a rat nibbling at one of my fingers. She must have mistook me for a discarded tidbit. I only realized this much later. I was very surprised and shouted very loudly.
Ew! And then?
Gulliver jumped up to defend me. In doing so, he pushed over a heap of junk that buried him as well as the leg of the fleeing rat. Gulliver was shouting wild threats out and trying to free himself from the rubbish. I went over to the little rat to try and help her. She must have took fright. She gnawed off her leg and limped away.
That's truly a tragic story.
Since then, Gulliver believes all rats have it in for us. He wants to protect me. He won't let any rat into the vicinity of our home and has forbidden Nate and myself to talk to them.
Czy zgodziłabyś się na pomoc szczura przy farbie?
But if Ethel the cook wanted to help, would you let her?
Of course. Why not? We just mustn't tell Gulliver about it. He would never allow a rat into our house.
That's the smaller of the two problems. The larger is Ethel.
Gdybyśmy pomogli przyspieszyć produkcję,
Even if you find the right paint, Gulliver thinks it would still take weeks to complete the delivery.
It's hard work, and Gulliver is working as quickly as he can.
There must be a faster way to build the slates.
Nate thinks so too. That's why he built the constructor. Unfortunately, it doesn't work.
It would make things go faster.
Well, not much faster. It would still take a few hours.
lepiej kilka godzin niż kilkanaście dni. Najwyraźniej Nate poszedł w ślady taty, jeśli chodzi o tworzenie wynalazków.
Nate and Gulliver seem to have gnome blood in their veins.
No, Nate has no blood. Gulliver might have something sticky in him.
That's, not what I meant. I meant they both like to invent things.
That's right. They used to make things together, but now, because Gulliver has so much to do, he doesn't have any time for it anymore. but Papa is only working hard, so he'll have more time for you later.
Jaka przytulna jaskinia.
I think it's great what you've done for yourselves here. The workshop, this cave.
We have tried really hard, and it will do for us. A little home for a little family.
I think Gulliver sees that differently. Seems to me he's already planning for life in a palace.
He is very optimistic. I think we should be content with what we have. If you're always dreaming about the future, you miss the here and now.
Masz rację, życie to wszystko, co przytrafia ci się, gdy jesteś zajęty robieniem planów.
Life is what happens to you while you're busy making other plans.
Who said that?
I read it on someone's wall, so it must be true.
Co myślisz o Billu?
Gulliver's very enthusiastic about Bill,
Yes, he thinks he will help us.
but you don't think so?
Oh, what do I know? I'm just a simple girl trying to take care of her family. But my head was chopped off just because I'm a zombie. I'm really not sure if the people in Seastone will take to us, however hard we might try.
No może być z tym delikatny problem. Spróbuję przekonać Ethel, żeby nam pomogła. Do zobaczenia.
I suggest you keep on going for now. In the meantime, I'll go and see if I can win Ethel over to our cause.
You do that.
Take care, Nate, and you have nothing to fear from us, gnomes.
Yes, Nate. Wilbur is a gnome. You remember them from your book, don't you? Nate has a book about the races in Aventasii. It's his favorite. I have to read it to him every evening. Yes, a gnome.
Yes, gnomes.
Nate thinks he has at last found another inventor.
Inventor?
The book says that all gnomes love tinkering and inventing.
Oh, gnome.
Wilbur jak zwykle w coś się wpakował. No dobra. Porozmawialiśmy sobie z Esther, zatem rozejrzyjmy się, czy będę mógł zabrać jakieś elementy.
Esther has a collection of different paints and lacquers, but whether or not they can be used to produce the desired paint, I have absolutely no idea.
Spójrz na model.
What is it?
A map of Aventasii. Nate built it. He often likes to dream of traveling across the lands.
He's never been up there?
No, but I tell him about it every evening, and he has his books.
Ładny model, naprawdę, świetnie wygląda. Spójrz na uchwyt.
Esther's equipment isn't all that bad. Her main problem seems to be a lack of experience. Do you need this stand, Esther?
I don't know. Do I need it?
No idea, but I think I need it.
How do you know?
Mam takie uczucie. Napisano tak w solucji.
When the walkthrough says that I should take something, I do.
So does the walkthrough also say how I can mix the fluffy colour?
Of course.
Why don't we take a look?
Where would the challenge be in that?
I think you might just be taking me for a ride. Be my guest and take it. I don't need it.
Nie, no sami dojdziemy do tego, jak stworzyć puchatą farbę. Choćby trwało to z 2-3 odcinki. Spójrz na klatkę dla ptaków.
An empty bird cage?
Oh, Nate often feels lonely when Gulliver and I have to work. We thought a bird might be a bit of company for him. I'm making good progress. I've already found a batwing and a few frog eyes.
Yeah. It's fine white sand. I can't just put it in my pocket. I need some sort of container.
Aha, biały piasek, poczekajcie. Bo my mamy pusty woreczek, może...
A few handfuls of sand should be enough.
No i świetnie, woreczek napełniony piaskiem.
I bet it's not easy for Nate. He has the best playground anyone could ever imagine, but no playmates.
Klatka, tak? Nie mogę klatki zabrać. Brakuje w środku ptaka.
Pictures of Nate, I'd say. Most show trees, flowers, and clouds.
Dobra, na dole sobie wszystko obadaliśmy. Po tej stronie też. Spójrz na maszynę.
Let me guess. This is one of Nate's inventions.
Of course. It makes us breakfast every morning.
It works?
Let's just say the next thing on my wish list is a machine that will clean the kitchen up after breakfast.
Czyli tą miotłę by mogli my jej przynieść, nie? Która sama zamiatała. A, myślałem, że jest to jakiś interaktywny element, który będę mógł podnieść. Ale jednak nie. Spójrz na wagę.
This looks like scales used by some of the merchants in the market. But this one's broken. One of the pans is missing. Do you want me to see if I can find a second pan for the scales, Esther?
Oh, don't. Just leave it. I'll mix the colour by eye. You're welcome to take the scales with you if you want.
Ooh, might prove useful. Thank you.
No i świetnie. Coś jeszcze wzięliśmy. Chyba nic więcej już się kliknąć nie da.
A portrait, painted by Esther. Could be a relation of Gulliver.
Już nie widzę żadnych elementów klikalnych. Więc wydaje mi się, że... No możemy porozmawiać z Esther, tak? Ale...
I should let her keep working on her paint, even if I don't think she has a chance.
No właśnie. Chyba musimy po prostu cofnąć się do myśli kryjówki.
My son says you could help him with his constructor. I told him you said you weren't an inventor, but you did sort out the electricity, and Nate says all gnomes are inventors.
In theory, yes. Practically seen, I'm practically not practical at all.
But the constructor could save us a lot of time once it's up and running, and you are in a hurry, aren't you?
I could have a look. Where's the problem?
We need a strong fan belt. All the ones Nate tried so far have torn. And we need coal for the steam machine. Wood and garbage don't burn hot enough. I still can't say for sure whether the machine will actually work. Not all of Nate's inventions work at the first go. Hey!
V-belt and coal. Sounds doable.
But don't forget we still need the fluffy paint as well.
How could I? Work never stops.
It looks like you'll have some help. Don't cause any mischief, boys.
Czyli potrzebujemy 3 elementów. Węgla, puchatej farby i paska klinowego.
The steam engine is supposed to power the constructor. Theoretically it could work. In reality though, it's missing a V-belt at least. This monster could speed slate delivery production up so much that we could even finish that last delivery for Bill today. All we have to do is get this machine wound up and rolling.
Spójrz na wsyp. Tutaj pewnie musimy wrzucić węgiel albo do pieca?
Okay, as I understand it, the raw materials are fed into the machine through this funnel, right? Okay, that would be wooden planks and some of the intelligent rock. We might have to oil it once the machine is up and running. It's not necessary at the moment because the machine is well oiled. Good job, Nate! The large flywheel drives the machine. However, there's no connection to the steam engine. Have your V-belts failed? So we need a really strong one. The fire in the furnace heats the kettle above it, turning the water to steam, making the pressure rise. The hotter the fire, the better. We need coal.
No dobra. Tak jak mówię, kilka składników będziemy potrzebowali.
Any steam-powered machine worth its salt has a whistle like this. Do these levers control the constructor? You don't need to explain everything to me now. We need to get this baby working first.
Weź kawałek.
I need some of the intelligent rock.
For the constructor? Of course. Help yourself.
Dobra, mamy jeden element składnika, czyli inteligentny kamień.
Hey, hey,
Naprawdę zbudowałeś konstruktora?
I know what a little ingenuity and ambition can accomplish. I come from a gnome family. But the constructor? This is a truly impressive piece of tech. Yes, if we can get it working, the delivery should be ready in a jiffy.
Czego potrzebujemy, aby ponownie uruchomić konstruktora?
What do we need to get the constructor operational? Right! Coal from steam engine and a strong V-belt. That's what got it. Time for work.
Spójrz na zegar z kukułką. Spójrz na coś małego.
That's, firework. At the
Okej.
end of the war, there was a huge victory celebration in Seastone with lots of rockets and firecrackers. Several fires broke out and the town was damaged more severely than any time during the war. I wish that was more surprising, really. I don't have anything to celebrate, but maybe I can use the black powder for something.
Udało mi się wziąć petardę. Niewielka sterta prochu. A może z tego prochu zrobimy węgiel? Albo coś, co wybucha. Może tu coś jeszcze... A, jest kolejna petarda.
Woo! Another firework! The map is made from old sheet metal and recycled parts. It must have taken forever. I really hope one day Nate gets a chance to visit some of these places.
Spójrz na klucz nasadkowy. Czyli mówiłem, że coś tu leży.
A small socket wrench. Nate must have used it to build the map. I'm sure he won't mind if I borrow it.
Okej. Czy widzimy gdzieś tu jeszcze jakieś petardy?
I should let it, even if I don't.
Tu coś jest. To jest... Przypomina mi to troszeczkę...
Woo! Another firework!
Lary 7, kiedy szukaliśmy Wally'ego. Dobra, ale udało mi się wziąć klucz nasadkowy. Obstawiam, że będzie pasował do zegara z kukułką.
The wrench could actually fit. It's worked! It's ticking! I'll set the hands to 12 o'clock. The bird really has seen better days since losing its feathers.
Okej. Wziąłem ptaka. I mamy też pióro, a skoro wziąłem ptaka, to plan jest taki, żeby włożyć go do klatki do ptaków.
I brought Nate a little bird.
Oh, that's so kind. Now we just need a thunderstorm to bring it to life.
You can do that?
You don't?
At any rate, I'm glad I could help.
Okej. No niestety nie mamy różdżki, żeby móc tutaj coś zadziałać. Może tu znajdziemy gdzieś jeszcze jakieś petardy. O właśnie, weź petardę.
Woo! Another firework!
Kolejna.
Woo! Another firework! No, I think I'll just leave. The plates are covered in, especially.
I kolejna.
Woo! Another firework!
Jestem ciekawy, ile tych petard musimy znaleźć. Stajemy na krawędzi tego wózka, tak? Tutaj mamy rurę ściekową.
I wonder where the pipe comes from. Seastone is maybe someone wanted to change that, and this is both the beginning and the end.
A tutaj mamy pasek klinowy.
That V-belt up there, would it do the job? All right then. Then we just got to get it down.
Mamy rurę, my stajemy tutaj. Dobra, już wiem chyba, co musimy zrobić. Teraz, kiedy my wejdziemy tutaj i skoczymy, a robota wystrzelimy w górę, Mam przynajmniej taką nadzieję, że to zadziała.
Hey, Nate!
Widziałem mapę, którą stworzyłeś.
I've seen the map you made. Although, you can hardly call it a map, it's almost a miniature world. Yes, all the mountains and forests and cities. And you learned all that from only books and your parents' stories. I can't even imagine what it must be like to never have left this place. Blue sky, green trees, fresh air. You got so much. I'll get you out of here, Nate.
Masz ochotę na huśtanie?
Hey, Nate, get on the other side. I always loved to seesaw when I was a little kid. You never... I see. You always has too much to do. No problem. We can seesaw anytime as long as I'm here.
No dobra, ale ja chciałem go wystrzelić w górę, a nie się z nim huśtać.
Time for...
Chyba, że coś innego? Albo kogoś innego będę musiał wystrzelić?
Grandad said that living in the city would make me lazy and fat. Athletic achievements like that prove exactly the opposite. Nah, clearly out. Hey! Time...
Nie, wiecie co? Wydaje mi się, że robota nie będę mógł tutaj wystrzelić. Chodźmy do mysiej dziury.
Hi, Ethel.
Znam kogoś, kto naprawdę doceniłby twój talent do alchemii.
I met someone who needs help. Your help, to be exact.
Some kind of burning question he needs to ask? I don't have any answers. Only more questions.
He is a she, and it's about an alchemy problem. She wants to mix up a, fluffy pink paint.
Understood. That's doable.
Doable? Then can you show her how to do it?
Yes. Monsieur de Demont always said we should help others. Where is she?
Więc mamy mały problem.
There might be a little problem.
A little problem? What?
She's just an itsy-bitsy teeny-weeny little problem.
Tinsy tiny little problem? Who is she?
To tajemnica. Ona jest zombie.
She's, vivicationally challenged? Well, you know, I mean, how should I put this? She's, a zombie.
You wanted to take me into the monster's cave?
They're not monsters. Their names are Gulliver and Esther, and they don't want to hurt you. Well, we should probably stay away from Gulliver at the moment.
I'm not doing that. No chance.
Jesteś pewna, że nie chcesz pomóc zombie?
The zombies want to leave their caves. Isn't that a good reason for you to help them?
I'd like the caves to be zombie-free, believe me. But I'm not going anywhere near those monsters. Cost me a leg last time. Whew.
Isn't there any way?
Well, maybe, when pigs can fly. Monsieur de Demont asks me, of course. I'll do anything for Monsieur de Dumas.
He would ask you to help them, for sure.
But he hasn't, and he isn't here.
Pomożesz zombie z alchemią? O proszę.
Will you help Esther mix up the fluffy paint? Please?
No. Well, only if Monsieur de Dumas asks me.
Or when pigs fly? Somehow I have to convince Ethel that Remy wants her to help the zombies. Either that, or I need a pig and a pair of really big wings.
Ale żeby porozmawiać z Remim, byśmy musieli wejść tam do studni.
I have to be go-
Don't let them get you, my biggin.
Dobra, sprawdźmy, czy będą gdzieś tu jeszcze jakieś fajerwerki. Mamy mokrą ścierkę. Ale nie, szczury raczej fajerwerków by nie zbierały. Porozmawiaj z Timim.
Hi, Timmy. Hi.
Ale się schował tutaj. Spotkałem robota i zombie.
Ethel believes there's monsters down there, but they're only zombies and robots as far as I can see. They seem to be very nice.
The skull throws things at us when he sees us. The little robot runs away if I get too close.
Maybe I can get them to be more friendly towards you.
Martwisz się trochę o Remiego, prawda?
Nothing will happen to Remy. He's the toughest rat I know.
But he's all alone down there in that terrible hole.
Maybe. It's not all that terrible.
No one has ever dared to go down there, apart from Uncle Remy and his grandfather. That hole is evil. I wish I could have gone down there with him.
Naprawdę przydałaby mi się twoja pomoc.
I could use your help, Timmy.
And
It's about the zombies. I can't manage it alone.
I'm supposed to help people who throw things at me. What do you get out of it? They're going to help you out of here so you can just run off?
Hej, jesteś człowiekiem czy myszą?
So, Timmy, man or mouse?
Rat. One of those rats trying to save what can still be saved. The others are all out there in the streets fighting.
Skoro wszyscy walczą, to dlaczego ty tutaj siedzisz?
Really? If all the rats are out there risking their tails, so why aren't you with them then?
I'd be out there in a flash. But Uncle Remy asked me to stay here. And I listen to what my uncle says.
Naprawdę potrzebuję pomocy, Timmy.
The zombies need our help, Timmy.
Why should I help the zombies?
Potrzebują pomocy, Bill ich nie wykorzystuje.
You know Bill, the merchant? He smuggled them into the city and lowered them into this hole. Now they have to slave away for him down here to pay off their debt.
He's exploiting them. They should just stop working for him.
Nie mogą tak po prostu przestać. On ich tu uwięził.
And once they stop working, what do you think will happen then? They're stuck here underground, without any gold, without any way out. What are they supposed to do? Live off society's waste like... well, like you?
It's not a bad life. At least, it wasn't until we started being turned into hamsters. Some of us have even been forced to wear dresses and hats. Can you imagine?
Naprawdę potrzebuję pomocy, Timmy. Potrzebują pomocy, Bill ich wykorzystuje. Zapytaj siebie, co zrobiłby Remy?
One question. What would your Uncle Remy do?
Right now, he would climb down that black hole to find a way to destroy the one that's transforming the world.
Eter sprawia wrażenie osoby wymagającej specjalnej troski.
Ethel's an excellent cook, but a little special, isn't she?
Totally crazy.
I might have expressed that a little differently.
Her cage in the lab was just above the cauldron. Too many fumes. But she's harmless and the best alchemist around.
Może wiesz, jak wydostać się z tych podziemi?
I know this isn't what you want to hear, but you know any way out of these caves?
Dozens.
Even one in my size?
No. Apart from the unreachable hole in the ceiling, of course.
That's exactly what I was afraid of.
Czyli tak, Timmy mi tutaj nie pomoże, przynajmniej na tą chwilę. Więc w jakiś inny sposób będziemy musieli zdobyć ten pasek klinowy. Czy będą tutaj gdzieś kolejne fajerwerki? Sprawdźmy. Weź petardę.
Another firework.
Ale ciężko ją było dostrzec. Weź petardę.
Another firework.
Sporo już ich mamy.
The nice thing about the bell, Bill can't ignore me. If he doesn't respond, I'll wake up half the town and people will ask questions.
What do you want?
Pomagam zombie przy produkcji tabliczek.
I'm helping Gulliver, Esther and Nate produce the slates.
Rats and zombies. You've got strange friends, Weathervane.
Gulliver says you helped them too.
If he says so. They were desperate to get into town. I charged them a pretty penny for it.
Gulliver slaves away day and night to pay off what he owes you.
Yes, I have to admit he's doing much better than expected. Still, I could have sold more slates if he was quicker.
Pojawiło się kilka problemów z ostatnią dostawą.
There are a few problems with the last delivery.
Yes, tell me about it. That Van Buren's only prepared to pay a pittance, even though we're talking about a very special and limited edition.
Those special requests are the problem. I hope you're paying Gulliver a little extra for them.
Weren't you listening? I'm getting less gold per slate. Before my profit margin shrinks, he'll have to do without his gold. We all have to make sacrifices in this financial crisis.
Gdy zombie ukończą ostatnią dostawę, to pozwolisz im odejść?
Gulliver says the next delivery will have paid his debts. Will you really let them go then?
Wilbur, a sea stone merchant always keeps his word.
Bill!
All right, maybe not, but I will pull them out of there. The magic slate market's collapsed. Prices have hit rock bottom. I'm switching over to water, bread, and fast horses. There's a mint to be made on them right now.
Right then, we'll get the delivery ready and you pull the zombies up. And me with them, tucked away in a bag somewhere.
What did you say?
Gulliver ma nadzieję, że będzie mógł pracować dla ciebie w górnym mieście.
Gulliver's hoping to get a better job with you once he's finished the delivery.
How's he gonna do that? Does he want to live here in a little townhouse with wife and child? He's a zombie!
As always, a truly informative conversation. See you later.
You're welcome. I don't mind risking life and limb for our cozy little chats.
A ja po prostu Billa nie lubię i mu nie ufam. Jeszcze w tej jaskini nie byliśmy, nie? Teraz. Może tu też będą jakieś petardy.
Woo! Another firework.
No właśnie.
Not bad for a beginner, eh?
Sterta prochu. Poręczny klucz nasadkowy.
I can't just sprinkle the black powder into the fissure. It would just spread out. It wouldn't work. It'd weaken its...
Okej.
Practice makes perfect.
Spójrzę na linę, czyli... Coś ja na tym użyć jednak będę mógł.
I'll tie the other end off here so it doesn't fall. The world's smallest sandbag. Too small for even me to train on. Not that I planned on it. Training, that is.
I co mi to dało tak naprawdę?
If I were to stab a hole in the bag, the sand would trickle out and land on the bongo drum. I'm not saying that wouldn't sound interesting, but it wouldn't help me much either. The bag is on one end of the rope, and the stone is... This looks promising.
Zepsuta waga?
Why not?
Co my tu robimy za konstrukcję?
The bag is on one... This looks Okay, I poke a hole in the bag. Sand trickles out, it falls onto the scales, thereby pushing one side down and the other side up. Fine example of cause and effect. But, how would that help?
No właśnie, w czym ma mi to pomóc?
Remy will be fine. He's tough, he's smart, brave, hopefully.
Bo żadnych elementów połączyć z niczym nie mogę.
This person is considered armed and dangerous. Like I even own a land shop.
Ciekawe. A nie wiem.
Hey,
Czego potrzebujemy, aby ponownie uruchomić konstruktora?
time for work.
Dobra, wydaje mi się, że coś mi jeszcze brakuje, co bym mógł tutaj użyć. Pochuśtaj się z Nate'em. Może coś tutaj będę mógł użyć na tym jeszcze. Albo to Timiego muszę przekonać do tego, żeby stanął tutaj, a ja go wystrzelę w górę.
Timmy?
Naprawdę potrzebuję pomocy, Timmy.
The zombies need our help, Timmy.
Why should I help the zombies?
Potrzebuję pomocy, Bill ich wykorzystuje.
You know Bill, he smuggled them into...
He's exploiting.
Niewinni, którzy zostali potraktowani niesprawiedliwie i to na naszych oczach.
Doesn't that make you angry? I think if we play our cards right, we can make Bill pay for the way he treats the zombies.
Resentment leads to anger, anger leads to hate, and hate is the quickest path to ruin.
The Archmage said that too.
As does Uncle Remy. You should never do something just to harm someone, even if it is Bill.
Potrzebuję pomocy, Bill ich wykorzystuje. Może spróbowałbyś być bardziej wyrozumiały.
I know you're mad at me, but how about a little more understanding? Imagine finding out that you're not a mage, even though you never wanted to be anything else. Imagine that you're so incompetent that your friends are killed and it's your fault.
But we need you here. The resistance is getting weaker, and Van Buren's getting stronger every day. And you're going to abandon us anyway?
How am I supposed to help you? I'm not a mage. I'm not a fighter. I'm not a healer. I'm not an engineer. I'm nothing. Even the Archmage was powerless against that wand. What do you think someone like me could do?
Could at least try.
Potrzebuję pomocy.
The zombie...
Why should I...
You know Bill, the zombies haven't done anything to anyone. All they want is a better life for themselves. And their son.
I'm not saying that I think it's right what Bill is doing to them.
But you won't do anything about it. Aren't you the one who said you should help others whenever you can? Here's your chance. Right here. Right now.
And coincidentally, we create a way for you to get out of here, right? But at least you want to help the zombies. That's a step in the right direction.
Don't count on me taking any more steps in any direction.
That remains to be seen. Friends?
Friends.
Okay, I'll help you in the zombies. And then we'll see.
No i świetnie. To może Timiego będę mógł wystrzelić w kosmos.
I'm sure Timmy could get that thing off the hook. But there has to be a safer way to get the little guy up there. Or a more spectacular... Stand over there, Timmy.
What are you doing?
I am working on something.
What exactly are you making?
Do you remember the bit about the ruler in my classroom?
Of course. But what are you trying to get?
That V-belt, up there.
Do we really need it?
Come on! Don't you want to be catapulted through the air and risk life and limb?
All right. But give it a bit of vavavoom.
Ups.
Everything okay, buddy?
Wow, that was awesome!
And an ogre's hand with too low.
Czyli jest tutaj za nisko, tak? Kolejnych desek nie mogę dołożyć. O, założyłem mu pelerynę. Teraz będzie super
I have a
Timmy.
little cape here, Timmy.
And what are you going to do with it?
Esther isn't able to mix the fluffy pink paint alone, but Ethel won't help her unless Remy asks her to.
Uncle Remy always gives his orders face to face, and I think even Ethel would realise you are...
Exactly. That's why I thought of you.
But my voice is much too high-pitched.
I could do the talking for you.
That sounds like a plan that simply can't fail.
Dobra, użyj Timiego. Aha. Myślałem, że zrobimy super Timiego i wtedy wyżej poleci. Jeszcze chcę zobaczyć, czy Timiego będę mógł wykorzystać gdzieś tutaj. No nie.
Nate, this is Timmy.
Hello.
Together, we'll make sure that you can get the final delivery ready for Bill, okay?
Nice to meet you, Nate.
He said, I'm honored. At least, I think that's what he said.
Dobra. Woreczek napełniony piaskiem. Uchwyt z wagą.
The scales are suspended from the stand. If I had a second pan, I...
Aha. Gdybym miał drugą szalkę. Ale skąd tą drugą szalkę zdobyć? O, to jest pytanie.
If I disturb...
Widzę, że tego tutaj nigdzie włożyć nie mogę. Albo mam za mało fajerwerek, albo muszę to jeszcze z czymś połączyć.
This wrench looks like new. Wonder why it was thrown away. Neighbor probably had a bigger one.
No nic. Znaczy, kilka elementów udało nam się zdobyć. Potrzebujemy na pewno jeszcze węgla, potrzebujemy zdobyć w jakiś sposób ten pasek klinowy i tak dalej, i tak dalej. Ale moi drodzy, zajmiemy się tym w poniedziałek. Życzę wam spokojnego weekendu i do usłyszenia. Hej!